All right, this is a pretty exciting segment. If you're an outdoors kind of enthusiast, you like off-roading out there, but you also want to think about the environment and saving some money on gas, well, KUSI car expert Dave Stahl has a great thing you brought in this morning. Talk about it. The EV1 is an all-electric off-roader thing.
Absolutely. EV1, this is by SRI. This is a vehicle where a bunch of these guys that are here with us today have decided there is an alternative. And Jeff Smith is with us. And Jeff, tell us a little bit about your project. What was the concept? What, middle of the night, 3 in the morning, ate a walnut before you went to bed? Talk to us.
Well, there's a great story behind this, and essentially there was a challenge for somebody to build an off-road race car that would allow our military actually to start making the transition from gas to electric.
Wow.
And we're spending as a population $435 a gallon for petroleum products that are being used in combat theaters, and quite frankly, we can't afford it.
How much a gallon?
$435 a gallon. So we built this thing, and at some point the military is going to take a look at it, but in the meantime we're just excited to be able to go out there and make this transition from internal combustion to all electric.
It's got to be fun testing this out, right?
Oh, it is.
You're having a blast doing it?
Well, it's a full-blown race car. I mean, and what kind of a performance are we looking at with this thing? I mean, everybody, okay, well, let's just get right to it. Range, because everybody, that's all they want to talk about is range. And how have you done with that?
Well, there's 3 variables. There's gearing, there's amps, and there's voltage. And being able to play with all 3 of those voltage, or all 3 of those variables, will get us either we can burn all the energy in 10 miles, or we can go slower and go farther in a further distance. So we're still in the process of testing that. We're hoping that we get about 100 miles. That's our goal.
That's amazing.
And we will drive at the speed we need to get to 100 miles.
And that's where you're going today. You're heading out to the desert, and it's just testing and testing. And you're kind of doing the homework for, let's say, the military, because, you know, instead of them having to do it, you guys are basically doing it. That way you present a whole package to them. Because let's face it, if there's a way for the military to cruise around wherever they're at without having to rely on, how many wars have been lost because there was no petrol? You know, a couple of them, actually. So this is an alternative. And this is also going to flow into the general public.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things, you know, the team that we've got here, the group that we've got here, EV West, they do conversions already of street vehicles. And then my daughter and my son-in-law have a business up in Vista that they are ready to start converting off-road vehicles, the strategic racing designs. So it's a pretty neat group of folks that we've got together, and Tony Williams has written articles and been published, and we've got, you know, a great group of people here that are enthusiasts about just going forward and doing the right thing for the right reasons.
So the ultimate goal, you're doing this for the military, but you're also hoping that the off-roading community catches on to this. How far do you think from today to that point where this can be used on a larger level, larger scale off-road, do you think that you'll get to that point?
Well, in this coming April, which is only like 100 days away, the NORA is going to be putting on the Mexican 1000. That's at the end of April, beginning of May, and we're planning on being a part of that. And that goes all the way from Tecate, or all the way down to Cabo, so it's a 1,000-mile race, and we're planning on being a part of that.
But the fact of the matter is, I mean, they've got to fuel up when they're racing anyhow, so you can bring a generator like you have here. You can test this out in the desert today. Just bring it along with you. You can have charging stations along the route. Is that kind of the goal?
We have swappable batteries, just like your drill. You take the battery off the bottom, you put a new one on, and away you go again.
Wow, tremendous.
2 battery packs in there.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of this. And like I said, they didn't try to reinvent the wheel. It's a true blown off-road race car that's been around, so it's not like that's the aspect. But what they did is they replaced that LS6 or LS29, which Chevrolet keeps it up, and gave you an engine that, and no maintenance, basically. You know, it's just a matter of getting all the nuts and bolts working and get the charging system and all that into place. Let's chat with EV West just for a second. Well, I got an hour. So tell us a little bit about your company.
Well,
real quick.
We make electric drivetrains for vehicles, and we partnered up with Jeff and put an electric drivetrain in his off-road
So if
buggy.
I lived here in San Diego and I brought my 86 MR2 and I said I wanted to go electric?
Absolutely. We'd love to talk to you.
So is there a place at EV West or you guys, SRI, have information where people who are interested in this can read more up on this technology?
Sure, absolutely. So strategicrecoveryinstitute.com. And then
EV West, we try to direct people to Facebook nowadays because of the social media and everything's so media rich, right? And so,
and constant updates.
So it's
EVWest.com or Facebook.com.
And you're linked him on, he's on your link page?
Absolutely.
So that way we can go back and forth.
Together.
Well, this is fascinating stuff, and we're going to keep following this because this we want to see how this progresses.
Oh, no, I want to see how this, and they've told me I get to come out and drive it whenever I want, but unfortunately you guys keep me here and I don't get to go.
You're on a leash, buddy. You're not going anywhere.
Well, no, they've seen me drive. Where's Diana? I just
we have our M3 that we want to put him in.
I can't wait. Anything with a steering wheel.
Dave, you're not going anywhere without me. If I can
All right, I'll take.
you're free.
You're bringing cigars?
Sure.
All right, we're there, brother.
All right, sounds good. And you bring the Diet Cokes.
Okay, I'll bring the Diet Coke.
It'll be a party.
It'll be a party.
And the milk. All right, thanks, guys. More to come here in Good Morning San Diego. Stay with us.